Also, Shanalika Bentoncourt said, I've been listening. Oh, Miss Bentoncourt, I remember Shanika said, I've been listening to Teacher's Truth ever since she stated that Oprah told Fantasia not to bother with Whoopi. Truth warrior. Also, Life Lessons and Lions said, thank you to you. That fool Diddy is going down. Now, hold on, because there was another witness, too, that I don't know if the prosecution should have given him immunity. Peter Hernandez said, thank you, T. That fool Diddy is going down. Oh, also, thank you, B, for deleting that message. Okay, so, were we? So Cassie, he picked up Cassie and he took her someplace safe. And then he ran to his house. That's when he went. He found his dog. He was furious. Furious. He was also confused because he was like, I thought this girl wasn't with Diddy. Now, mind you, then he went to go look for Diddy. He went to his car and he was like, yo, where are you at? This and that. And Diddy was like, yo, I'm coming to you. He was looking for him. Diddy still wasn't in the house. Now, mind you, okay? Kid Cudi then said at that time that he said, hold up, let me think about this. He said, I know I'm mad, but I don't know if this fool got a gun. I don't know who's with him. I need to fall back. They said, what'd you do? He said what he should have did. He said, I called the police, and he made a police report. Now, he made a police report. He said the police came over. They logged in the break-in. Again, I'll get to cross-examination in a second, because you know Brian Steele, he was trying to muddy the waters, this and that. Then he said Diddy kept calling him after he called the police. Diddy kept calling him. I was like, we need to meet. So Kid Cudi in his mind was like, I don't got anything to say to you. You crossed the line. You went to my house. You messed with my dog. I literally have nothing to say to you. Get out my face. He was like, Kendrick, I feel good. Get that my face. He was like, get out my face. Okay. Diddy kept calling him, trying to meet up, okay? Now, Philadelphia said, you're killing the game. Make sure you take your vitamins. You cannot get sick now. Exactly. It's too much. I can't turn back now. Okay, so he was like, okay. Diddy kept asking. He was like, man, I don't got nothing to say to you. You crossed the line. Then all of a sudden, he was at his ex-girlfriend's sister's house, okay? And he got a call from his dog sitter. Again, this man loved his doggy, but anyone that's ever had a dog, it's like, yeah, you gotta love your dog. They're like another child. They're like a 3-year-old that never grows up. He said that he got a call from his dog sitter. And the dog sitter was like, oh my God, and sent him pictures of he had a Porsche 911. His Porsche 911 was on fire. Okay, and they showed pictures. It was a Porsche 911. Somebody oh, if you guys don't know, I tried to get the scoop from y'all from Kid Cudi. I actually got in trouble with the U.S. Marshals. I don't think I'm supposed to talk about the witness, but I'm not pressed. So I just said, yo, how was testimony? I got his attention. I woke up late, but I looked good enough to get his attention, so I sauntered over there and like, hey, and he was like, huh, what's up? And he leaned his ear in and I was like, so how'd testimony go? How'd you think? Blah, 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 blah. And he was about to answer, but the marshal was like, get out, like, that's enough. And I was just like, he rolled his eyes at me so much, and I see him in court all the time. I'm sure I'm going to get lectured. But you know what? You only miss the shots you don't take, okay? So I tried to get an exclusive for y'all, but it didn't actually work. But he was about to answer. And listen, I will say one thing. He was a great witness. Super honest, super forthcoming, super everything. Okay, so Leonie say, let's go. Yes, Vision, waiting on you. Okay, so we're back to, he's getting a call from his dog sitter. There is a picture of his Porsche. They cut open the top of his Porsche and threw a Molotov cocktail. That is a bottle they put with fluid and then like, I don't know, t-shirt inside. I remember from seeing it on the Bronx Tale. If y'all ever saw that movie, apparently the racist Italians were throwing Molotov cocktails because there was an interracial couple and they couldn't take it. I saw that movie 4 years ago. I said, wow. Prophetess Aaliyah S. Brew, Body of Christ, said, love your coverage. I'm still conflicted on the charges. They definitely should have went for DV, aggravated assault, battery charges. My ex got life for those charges. I think the statute of limitations actually passed on DV, right? But yes, I'm glad that your ex got those charges. The blood of Christ was with you. Okay, so back to the scene. They sent him pictures. The car was whatever. They're like, how do you know it was Molotov? He said, because I saw like the bottle, when he opened it, the bottle fell to the ground. The inside of the interior was all burnt up, okay? It was all burnt up. At that point, Cudi was like, yo, this gotta stop. This is getting out of control. And that's when he called Diddy, and Diddy was picked up. Diddy picked up, and he's like, yo, you gotta meet. We gotta meet. So Cudi was like, all right, let's meet at Soho House. Now, back then, Soho House had meeting rooms on the bottom level. I don't think they have meeting rooms anymore. But back then, Soho House had meeting rooms on the bottom level. Right? Okay, bet. Oh, also, Nana said, you're doing a great job. Who was that cutie pie next to you with all the tattoos when you had a white skirt, white top, and saw in a clip with another blogger? Love from Belgium. By the way, my name's Nadia. Coffee on me. Nadia, thank you so much. I only see the truth in the trial. I got a man, so I do not know what cutie pie you were speaking of. I just know my man wasn't standing next to me, and that's the only man I see. You know, blinders. Okay? Happy said, seriously speaking, take some time out today and pray. Discernment is real, and you know prayer works better than faith. Thank you so much. Cynthia Miller said, our girl Tisa doing it a real life Lois Lane. Tanika Brown said, been with you. What's up, Tanika? Said, been with you 2 years now. But listen, Peter coming after Diddy for the dog he traumatized.